Because of the obvious threat to untold numbers of citizens, this radio station will remain on the air day and night.
Well, the last time we talked, we spent a lot of time trashing Rolling Stone magazine. So with that...
Sorry, man.
You throw it up in your mouth a little bit there?
Yeah, I had to throw up in my mouth a little bit.
So with that, one of the bands you mentioned that, or people you mentioned that made it into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame that was well-deserving but well after when he should have been in, Stevie Ray Vaughan. So
Yes.
Tell us about what's today.
Well, Stevie Ray Vaughan, obviously highly influenced by Jimi Hendrix. And in today's song, we're going to catch Stevie Ray live in concert, so it may have to be visually blocked for those of you at home. Sorry about that, but Dave is seeing it in its full glory. But he's going to be covering a Jimi Hendrix song called Voodoo Child. And this is a highly requested song by the Stevie Ray Vaughan faithful. Let's see if I can catch a few of them here. We have Donna G., Emmett Dwyer, Richard Farina, Jose Trejo, Clegg Juicer, Ella 53, Jack Scott, and others. But this is a very highly voted upon song from Stevie Ray, so it's time to hit some more SRV.
All right, this says Voodoo Chile, so that's fun. Is it Child?
Child.
Voodoo Child.
Voodoo Child.
That's fun. All right, here we go. All right, crank this up.
You know,
Wow.
I've heard lots of guitar players over the years live, and even the best of the best occasionally clink out a note, occasionally accidentally mute a note that they were supposed to let sustain. The man never missed a note. He never made a mistake.
I have just a technical question about this. I don't even know if you'll know the answer. You probably will. When you play something like this, how much is every single note rehearsed, and how much is it I have the melody of this song that I'm going to riff on for 7 minutes? So that every time you see him play the same song, it is a slightly different version of the same song.
Perhaps not to the degree that you're mentioning, but I would say definitely not every note he plays is going to be the same night to night to night. Definitely not every note. Now, will a section be blocked off? I'm going to rip for a while here. I'm going to rip for a while here. I'm going to rip for a while here. I'm going to do it this style here, this style here, this style here. But then maybe switch up, do a different thing here. But I would say it would be difficult, especially the way he plays kind of freestyle, to play the exact same notes. He probably is pretty close, but he probably also follows his whim.
Mm-hmm.
But like I say, he doesn't make any bad decisions. There's no bad notes when he's playing. So he probably stays in a comfort zone of what he has well rehearsed. But that doesn't mean it's going to be the same exact every night of the week.
Either way, that was, I mean, watching him is magical.
And they're not showing his feet. And he's got an expression pedal, and he's got a wah pedal.
He's also looked like it was barefoot.
It wouldn't surprise me.
It would make a lot of sense, actually, because it looked like they were all wearing kimonos.
Okay.
So, like, it would actually make a lot of sense if they were barefoot.
And he's doing that in Austin, Texas, where you are,
Really?
the home of kimonos, obviously.
That is not where I would have suspected.
That's where you're at right now. He is in Austin, Texas with that concert.
Oh, man. Well, I wish that I could head out tonight and see him. It's sad that that's not a thing I'll ever get to do, you know?
Yeah. But hey, quite a performer. I hear a lot of argument over his version's better than Hendrix's, and then the Hendrix people are like, "No, y'all are sick." So, I mean, Hendrix was a genius too. Maybe someday we should do a Hendrix song so you can see him in action. I'm sure you're familiar with maybe one or two songs by Hendrix.
Yeah.
Can you?
I'm not even sure I could name them, but if you played me one or two of his most popular hits, I've probably heard them.
Okay. Had you heard that song before in any?
That
form?
song, it sounded mildly familiar, but like so vaguely that I certainly couldn't have named it or told you anything about it or who did it or anything like that. Also, very few lyrics, some of which, if I had one criticism of this entire performance, it's that some of the lyrics were unintelligible. And now, I also think a part of that was because of the technology of the time when he was really wailing away and then sang some stuff. You really couldn't pick out what was being said during, like, over top of the wailing guitar, which, I gotta be honest, the guitar is the best part of it, so I would rather that be the star of the show, so I'm not really complaining about it much. But from a lyrical perspective, it pretty much just sounded like he wanted to spend more time with his Voodoo Chile, his special gal, the love of his life. That's the Voodoo Chile is the nickname of the love. I'm sorry if I've wasted your time. I'm trying to be good, but still love me. That's pretty much what I got from the song. Couldn't tell you if that's right. Like I said, I probably 50% of the lyrics I could make out.
You've already named more about that song than I would have ever imagined. I only knew that he sang Voodoo Chile once in a while.
You know what?
That's it for me.
That's only slightly less than I managed to suss out. So, either way, fantastic. If you have more Stevie Ray Vaughan suggestions, definitely put them down in the comments because I am digging it. And in the spirit of Stevie Ray Vaughan, tonight I'm going to be in Austin eating barbecue and listening to live music. So it should be a really good time out tonight in Austin listening to, I would assume, from, I don't know, they named a band I never heard of, obviously. It's a local band. So it's not anyone that we would have heard of. But from the sound of it, I think that it is this style of music for sure. So
Awesome. You'll have a great time.
yeah, should be a good time. Can drink some bourbon, have some fun. Thanks for watching. See you next time.
That's the end?